Hey guys, we've got a special unit today. Finally made a Firex FADCQ. Now, I wanted to make one of these for a while. I love Firex. From this period of the early 2000s, late 90s, I feel like as far as smoke alarms go, they didn't really have a whole lot of. They definitely had a lot of model numbers of alarms that all looks the same, but had so many different names. Just because they had different just because they had slightly different features, but they didn't have that many other designs. And besides maybe about four or five, and then this one, yeah. So that's why this one is special, and it's bigger. It's it being half smoke alarm and half carbon monoxide. This is the very first carbon monoxide anything I've ever made in my life, and I've been making smoke alarm since I was 6 or no 5 maybe. So this is a very special model just in general, not just because it's a FADCQ, which we all of us collectors who like the modern era of alarms, we all kind of look up to this as a sort of a grail. I know James and most of his circle, people in his circle really like him. So there's a Firex FADCQ. Sorry about the talking. I'm just excited. I've had to stick this on here, printed it out. I had to stick that on there because I messed up the logo originally, so I had to stick that over it. Obviously, it's got the three. Anybody's not familiar with this alarm, it's got the three LEDs. It's got a blue LED because I think it's not necessarily a common thing for carbon monoxide alarms to have blue LEDs, but sometimes they do. But that's for the CO. That's for the carbon monoxide indicator, and then that's just the red. That's just the red light that flashes every now and then for the battery, and then that's the green light. I know it doesn't necessarily look green under this light, and it should. That's something I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, but I swear to God, that's a green light, and it just doesn't look good on this camera for some reason. So there we go. Front pretty basic. It's just a massive FADC. There's the back, just larger. Label still the same. Now, oh yeah, I forgot to say, there's got a battery. The battery compartment is at the back, only because when I first, it's supposed to be here. So obviously, for anybody who doesn't know this model, this thing is supposed to be divided right down the middle here, and then you're supposed to pull the rest, slide it out this way, and then the battery goes in the front. There's a battery door, and then there's a compartment right there. That's how I was supposed to make it. But as soon as I stuck this part on, I was like, it looks so good that I really don't want to mess it up. And trying to turn this into a door, cut out a hole and everything else, and then try to make it look. I did it with an FADC that I made ages ago. Okay, basically, I couldn't put myself through all that work again. Sorry, but well, I could have. I just sort of chose not to. So the battery compartment is at the back. Let's look around the unit. Okay, I'm trying to hold this very carefully. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's look inside. Very special. That comes off like that. And here we go. Just, I would say standard electronics, but kind of a little different. Because we got carbon monoxide sensor right here. It's really just a silver. Okay, well, so I think it's really just a silver cylinder. I only made it like that because Kidder. I've only ever seen the inside of Kidder. Well, Kidder carbon monoxides, and they all have a sensor like that. But I've never seen the inside of a Firex. Never seen the inside of a Firex carbon monoxide, so I don't know what their sensors look like, but I would assume that because they were sort of born out of the brand Kiddie, which I think I just learned, I'd assume they'd be the same. So the sensor is obviously a standard ionization. I did think about possibly making this photoelectric, but I thought, the thing's already special enough. Let's not overdo it. So there we go. We got some wires. The real thing does not have wires in it. We've got the sound plate right there. Sound plate right there. It should sort of be elevated, but it doesn't really matter. And switch right there. Okay, so I'm missing the LEDs. I don't have the LEDs right now, so really there should be one there, one there, one there. just over the switch, the test switch. Other than that, everything else seems about right. This is the first ever carbon monoxide sensor I've ever done. So, guys, that is it. I didn't make the base plate, I'm supposed to, but yeah, only got this far. But no, the model's finished, and I'm very happy with it also. Oh, wait, I forgot to... printed out these, just for the aesthetic. So there we go, Firex FADCQ.